going to talk about three kinds of cables or types of cables. One is TS, or referred to as instrument or mono cable. Second is TRS, referred to as stereo and balanced cable. Third one, RCA, which is unbalanced cable. Okay, the first one, which is TS, it has tip here, a ring, and here S stands for sleeve. Now T, and this one only generates the signal, audio signal, which is a single mono signal from the audio source. And keep in mind, this is just an unbalanced cable, so it's only connection for mono and balanced cable. The second one is TRS, tip, R is the ring here, so these two are considered in a way as a tip, and this one sleeve again. See, this one is a sleeve. So T, R, ring, and sleeve. Now why this has two sections? Because this has two, it can generate two signal or receive two signals, either from two channels, audio channels, or negative and positive, which I will explain later. Now, as we spoke about the channels, usually it's referred as left and right or as stereo. So when you have two rings on this kind of a quarter jack or a big jack, as we say, this is an stereo or TRS connection only. Now suppose we have a mono connection, but the mono connection labeled on your instrument, on your device, being a keyboard, guitars, or any kind of instrument, it's labeled on the port, on the input jack. It's labeled balanced input, but there are left and right on those channels. So then when it's balanced, you have only to use this cable, which we explained as a TRS. So this can be balanced mono cable, because a stereo cable can be used as a mono balanced cable. Okay, so that's the only difference between the original mono cable, which is unbalanced. Well, that's I think that's the way manufacturers make their devices, and in technology, I don't know, maybe there are some reasons behind it, but I think why still people use unbalanced mono connections is because this one generating a direct signal. Okay, unbalanced doesn't mean it's a bad signal. It's the only cons for unbalanced is the cable should not be very long, usually not longer than 10 foot or 2 or 3 meters. But if this used as a mono connection, balanced mono connection, this can be longer and more than 50 foot or 60 foot or anything, any length. It doesn't really matter, affect the quality. And sometimes they say that balanced mono connections having a higher output and more clarity to the audio generated. But again, that depends from manufacturer to manufacturer. I mean, I don't know much. Is it really true or not? In real life, I haven't experienced that much. Now, third one is RCA cable. Now let me show you an RCA cable. Can be of different types. I mean, types of connection. Okay, this one, let me show you here. Okay, see, this is the same thing again. Usually it's differentiated by different color: black, red, always red, or white, which is this one. And the other end can be a TRRS jack, which is in this case, because the other end is too mono and balanced, this has to be only connected to a stereo and balanced connection. Now, a stereo connection, if your device has a stereo like headphone jack, that is unbalanced stereo connection. Stereo, we don't have balanced stereo connections. Now I will tell you later about balanced stereo connections. And now we have different types, as I said. Here is another one. See, both ends are same, RCA to RCA. Now here I got two different cables again. Let me show you if you can guess what kind of jacks are these. Yes, this is mono, TS. See, this is a cable. Both ends have two TS cable for left and right connections. Basically for keyboard players, left and right, to a mixer or to a speaker, or whatever, or what you have. This is a, let me just finish up the cables. This is another cable. Okay, this is a stereo cable, unbalanced. See, tip, ring, and sleeve. TRRS. Now this is the same as the other cable, except that the size of the jack, these are all male jacks, by the way. This is 1/8 of core inch sized, which is I refer to as a small jack, small and big. So oh yeah, one thing about RCA cables. The RCA cables along with among analog cables are the only cables that can carry the video signal as well. So we have this type, which is a little bit older versions. They use for video connections, again, video cassette players, videotape players, basically. And you seen them, there were three, like this. Let me show you again. Like there were two white for this is audio, and this was for video signal. Well, in structure is the same. Wiring is same, but color-wise they were differentiated for easy connection, and that's all. Now, again, let me finish up. There are different adapters or plugs that we have. See, this is a sort of a Y They say, I don't know, Y connection, but cable type. One end is TRS stereo. The other end are two single RCA. Okay, so this is one type of connection, depends on your connectivity. Now single jacks are this is there are different types. Let me bring all here. This type is TS and RCA. That means now here we have, let's say this RCA can go inside here. Come on. No. Here. Yeah. See? It can interchangeable. I mean, you can. By the way, I just tested this to here. This cannot actually. Yeah. No. It's the same. I thought it's little bit maybe thicker, but no. It's the same size. And this is one, and this is another 2 RCA to 1 RCA, which is, I don't know why they made this kind of adapter for. Maybe if your cabling is you have a double cable, you make it to single cable, something like that. Now here we have one TS mono connection, but 2 RCA. Now again, I think that is for cabling, you know, like if you want to have a single cable, one end, you have only a RCA cable, but you want to change that to a TS cable, TS jack, I'm sorry, then this is for that. Next is again TRS or stereo jack, male, to RCA male. So here you need this is RCA female. See, usually female referred to as input, and male is or no. Female are output, or let's see now what I'm saying. Like, yeah, female jacks basically act as input source. Yeah, input source, and male jacks act as output. No, that's not. I mean, we can example this way, but it's not true all the time. See, you can have this connected again to this, but this is a stereo, by the way. You have to have a stereo connection. You cannot have two stereo inside of RCA, which is not possible, but this is a stereo connection, TRS. Now we have again female jack input and male output. Okay, so this is TRS. Supposedly these are two TRS inputs, like this jack can go in here, another one also to here. Like if you want to have two headphones, you have one headphone jack, you connect one end, and you can have two sets of headphones. But you have to make sure this has a each one has a separate TRS. Maybe they are made for two TS connection. I don't know, but usually no, it's a stereo. Anyways, this is a very common jack for headphone jack conversions adapter. This is from small headphone to big and stereo. All headphone jacks are stereo. Maybe in 50s or 60s were only mono connections, but after a while, after 60s or late 60s, they all changed to stereo headphones, and now the connections are all stereo. That's all. Yeah, you have one more connection. This is a white adapter, stereo, and two RCA, which I also explained in this format, but this has a small TRRS jack. This is definitely a splitter stereo. See, this even has like selectors, like if you want to have from both outputs, you put that in the middle, or on the either sides, it will mute the other channel. Yeah, it's a monster cable, I think. Yeah, it's a monster cable, and it's TRRS. Okay. Now, different kinds of cables here we have. Again, looks like RCA cable, but not. This is not RCA. This is a digital connection cable, which is same sort of RCA connection, but it is used for digital audio signal. Okay. Another type, let's see, we can have. That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's this one. You're all familiar with this kind of jacks. See, there are three rings on this jack. This is called TRRS, tip ring sleeve. Now, up to now, these cables are only for smartphone, small phones or tablets, which like you can connect to the your iPhone. The older iPhone models, they had this kind of audio jack, but this is acting as audio and microphone. See, I have a connection myself. I bought this. This is an adapter. It accepts a TRRS, which is, it has to be only TRRS. Okay. Now it will divide the signal into two. Okay. Now the other one I'm just using is for my microphone via my iPhone for recording this clip, but this is the male one. The same one is female, which I connected my microphone to. Now this one can be used as a headphone jack, goes to your, in this case is a male, goes to a female input, and this can be as a microphone. You can even connect that to your mixer, for example, and have your headset, hands-free headset, use that as a microphone for singing, for anything. I mean, this is many ways you can test this kind of cables and make use of it. Okay, that rounds up the cables, types of cables. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I'm trying to make as simple as make the clip as simple as possible, old school style. I don't use much effects or any kind of studio programs or softwares. Try to just stick to a very common and very easy method for presenting the clip. Thank you, and please help my channel. Please do comment. If you don't like it, comment. If you like it, comment, and also have your thumbs up. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, forgot to mention about the uh, balanced TRS cable. I mentioned there are two. They can be used as mono connection, as balanced cable, and that is because they have two negative and two signals as negative and positive. Okay, this is negative, or I don't know. I'm not sure. Either of one is negative and one is positive. So when you in terms of um, audio, when audio signals come through this jack, they are copying of each signal copies the other one. That means there are two signals of the same source coming to, and that will, when they travel through the cable, when they receive to the other end, which is, if this is a output, the other one will be input. When they reach to the input, they become as a one signal to the connecting device. That's the only difference between mono. Mono has receive only one signal and sends only one signal, but this kind of jacks receive two signals for balanced. That's why they call balanced. Unbalanced is mean one signal. Balance means two signal. So if the connection is a stereo, then the other ring will serve as channel instead of a negative and positive signal, and will be sending two channels, and there will be no room for another channel, which will be again unbalanced. Two channel unbalanced. No, if it is one signal, it will be balanced. Thank you, and see you soon.